fact, both of those things. So we might as well just get started straight away with that. A guy that you are higher on than consensus is Blake Wesley of Notre Dame. 19-year-old guard, 6'4". Why?
Yeah, I am a big fan of Blake Wesley. I think, I feel like every playoffs this topic comes around. Like, it's so important to have guys who can really create advantages, and like score in a lot of different ways, and create easy offense, or offense as easy as possible. And I think Blake Wesley, while he's certainly raw, like the finishing is really problematic. He's not the greatest decision maker in the world. The shooting is inconsistent, but like he is so quick, so agile, so good at setting up screens and creating advantages off the dribble, off of a standstill. And I think those are tools that I would be really interested in cultivating and developing. Like I don't think he's a lock to be good or anything, but I do think when you're looking at guys with real potential, it's like the guys who can add a lot on the ball in NBA offense, which are pretty rare. The guys who are like good on ball creators. I think Wesley is one of the better bets in this draft. So yeah, Wesley is definitely kind of my favorite like mid level creator bet, and I think like a lot of mock drafts have him going in like the 20s or something, or maybe even later.
Yeah,
And to
I'm looking
me,
at Tankathon's got him at 27 on theirs at the moment.
yeah, that's like about the range I've seen for him, and I definitely think like especially in like this draft, which I don't find to be super deep, I think he's worth a swing earlier than that, just because the creation is so valuable.
So we talk about creation, and that is a huge thing in the NBA. We know that, but part of the problem when you look at his numbers is that he might have created stuff that just didn't go in. 40%
Yeah,
shooting, 30% from three, 66% from the free throw line, under 2.5 assists. Yeah, what's the go with that? Because they're all bad numbers. Like that true shooting is under 50%. He attempted a lot of threes. He got to the line at an okay rate. He had a high usage, but low assist to usage ratio. What changes here in the NBA? Because he's not going to be a 31% usage player, pretty
oh
clearly
yeah, of
in
course.
the league.
And
So
I think that's
is that what
you know
improves the efficiency?
I think that's part of certainly. I mean, he was asked to like carry an ACC offense as a freshman, which is not an easy thing to do, for basically anyone. And like I've been saying, the efficiency is obviously an issue, and like how he gets those efficient shots is going to be a big thing for his development. He has a lot of areas to improve, but I think that's also like on the flip side, it's like if he can improve any of those areas a little bit or a lot, I think that goes a long way for him. Like if he can improve his shooting, which I'm pretty confident as a shooter long term. I think once he cleans up some of his form stuff, he's going to be okay, because he does take a lot of them and he has nice touch. I think the finishing is probably always going to be an issue just because of his lack of vertical athleticism. But like I think there are certainly like real flashes of passing ability, real flashes of shot making. And I think he's a guy who you stick in the G League for a year or two. You let him like run your G League offense and get him all of the development time that you can. And when you do have him come up and play at the NBA level, like ideally, it seems like he's gonna go pretty late, which means he could go to a team that already has a nice developmental infrastructure, or other guys who can really create offense, so he can play off of them, spot ups, attack closeouts, just generally, do easier stuff, which he hasn't really been able to do at Notre Dame, just because like he was asked to do so much for them, which tanked his efficiency. I think you see that a lot in like young creator guys.
Yeah,
Like,
sometimes it works out. Sometimes it ends up like Carson Edwards. Um,
yep.
can he defend?
I think he's going to be able to defend okay at the NBA level. I mean, he's 6'5" and pretty long. Can definitely move his feet. I think the point of attack defense is going to be pretty solid, or assuming he hits his ceiling, I think the point of attack defense is going to be pretty solid. Again, because he's so young and doing so much on offense, there's like a lot of lapses, on the off ball and his weak side rotations and things like that. Like projecting defense for like a lot of freshmen can be pretty difficult, because like most young freshmen are pretty bad defenders. But I think Wesley has the tools, like his size and his length, and some of the flashes of mobility, to where I don't see a reason he couldn't be a solid enough defender. If he gets the development, like I don't think he's going to be an amazing defender, but I definitely think like the tools are in place for him to become like a pretty average to above average defender.